Hello, everyone. Today is November the 5th. Remember the 5th of November. Um, we are on Psalm 44 today. This is to the chief musician for the sons of Korah, Mashil. Still don't know how to pronounce that, but that is still, it is a song of wisdom and knowledge and understanding. All right, Psalm 44. We have heard with our ears, O God. Our fathers have told us what work thou didst in their days, in the times of old. How thou didst drive out the heathen with thy hand, and plantest them. How thou didst afflict the people, cast them out. For they got not the land in possession by their own sword, neither did their own arm save them. By thy right hand, and thine arm, and the light of thy countenance, because thou hadst a favor unto them. Thou art my king, O God. Command deliverances for Jacob. Through thee will we push down our enemies. Through thy name will we tread them under that rise up against us. For I will not trust in my bow, neither shall my sword save me. But thou hast saved us from our enemies, and hast put them to shame that hated us. In God we boast all the day long, and praise thy name forever. Selah. But thou hast cast off and put us to shame, and goest not forth with our armies. Thou makest us turn back from the enemy, and they which hate us spoil for themselves. Thou hast given us like sheep appointed for meat, and hast scattered us among the heathen. Thou sellest thy people for naught, and dost not increase thy wealth by their price. Thou makest us a reproach to our neighbors, a scorn and a derision to them that are round about us. Thou makest us a byword among the heathen, a shaking of the head among the people. My confusion is continually before me, and the shame of my face hath covered me. For the voice of him that reproacheth and blasphemeth, by reason of the enemy and avenger. All this is come upon us, yet have we not forgotten thee, neither have we dealt falsely in thy covenant. Our heart is not turned back, neither have our steps declined from thy way. Though thou hast sore broken us in the place of dragons, and covered us with the shadow of death. If we have forgotten the name of our God, or stretched out our hands to a strange God, shall not God search this out? For he knoweth the secrets of the heart. Yea, for thy sake are we killed all the day long. We are counted as sheep for the slaughter. Awake, why sleepest thou, O Lord? Arise, cast us not off forever. Wherefore hidest thou face, and forgettest our affliction and our oppression? For our soul is bowed down to the dust. Our belly cleaveth unto the earth. Arise for our help, and redeem us for thy mercy's sake. Amen. It's a little different reading this. I just put a new hydraulic what do you call it? Cylinder? Piston in my chair, and I am officially 2 inches higher than I should be right now. So uh, it is 1 inch past the point where the words start getting blurry for me. Oh, I need some glasses. Okay, anyways. Um, what did I see? How thou didst drive out the heathen with thy hand, plantest them. How thou didst afflict people and cast them out, for they got not the land in possession by their own sword, neither did their own arm save them, but thy right hand, thine arm, and the light of thy countenance, because thou hast a favor upon them. Because it's not us. We cannot do it by ourselves. It is the Father that does it for us. It is through Him that all things are done. That's why this whole time I have constantly said to pray for what we should do. That's in the book too somewhere. That if we turn away from the evils of this world, from the unrighteousness of the world, and we turn to the Father and we simply pray to Him, He will give us, He will deliver us what we need. We can avoid destruction by turning away. I know there's a couple people that have made the comparison between, oh, can't think of the name now. What's the dude? Oh man, I'm bad. I'm terrible. What was the? Oh come on, my brain's not working. I gotta look it up here. Hold on a second. Jonah and the whale. There it is. Wasn't it Jonah? Or am I wrong? Been a hot minute since I've. Again, it's for a long time there. Come on, killing myself here. For a long time there, it was. I was listening to nothing but people talking about different things in the Bible, listening to a lot of different people. No, not that. And it was just constantly learning the Bible over and over and over and over and over. And it's just ever since COVID, it's just everybody just pivoted, and that's all people want to talk about. And it's like, oh, I don't want to do that. I was learning so much, and now that it's been almost 2 years. Like, been almost 2 years, and I'm starting to lose it. I'm just now. Thankfully, the one guy is what's his name? Something Anon. I can't remember. The guy that does the secret or the lost history of flat Earth, or the secret history. I don't remember what it is. He's been putting stuff out, so I've been getting back on that, which has been amazing. It's just been so nice going back and rewatching that whole series. Because I've said before that it's one thing when you can hear the truth, the evils that men do on this world over and over and over again. It just makes you feel sick, you know. But when you hear about the giant trees or flat Earth or whatever like that, it's a healing power, man. It's been so nice listening to those. But that's what it was. It was Jonah and the whale in Nineveh, and Nineveh was able to turn back because they chose to believe him. Yep. From inside of a giant fish. It wasn't ever a whale. It was a fish. People just say it was a whale. I don't know. Could have been Leviathan for all we know. Um, but yeah, he's always said, if they will turn from their ways and come back, then I will spare them that judgment. Now, granted, since the last Great Reset, which we still don't know exactly when it happened, I'm still saying mid 1800s. It's amazing how I've heard a lot of different mainstream sources will constantly say, "Oh, this happened in 18 whatever, this happened in 1830 whatever, this happened here, this happened there." Like they can nail it down to a date, and yet when truthers get a hold of that information or get a hold of who was the one guy, somebody got a hold of a diary from 1820. Uh and I don't remember if it was inside like the Midwestern United States, or if it was from the actual West United States. But inside the diary, it was talking about this massive destruction. The volcanoes and uh, tidal waves, and there was just a cloud that was over the world for several months, and people were scared and nobody really knew what was going on, and all this stuff. And but then you go back to the mainstream stuff and nobody talked about that. Now, is it real? I don't know. I can't say yes or no because it doesn't make sense. And then on top of that, we find the maps, which claim the great country of Tartaria. And but when you listen to the mainstream sources, they don't ever talk about it. It's just like, oh, here's a map of the world. Don't worry about this part over here. Just look how cool this was. But back then, map makers were just about idiots, so you can't trust anything they say. I mean, these people only dedicated their entire lives to making maps, but you can't trust anything they say because it's. I mean, look, they put a mermaid in their map, like you can really take them seriously. Okay, dude. Then you find the maps that are like, you know, 5 times better than anything that we've done since, but they still want to say, oh, you can't trust map makers of the past. You can only trust the GPS of the present because, we can actually see it from space. But it's just, it, man, none of it makes any sense. Yeah? It's the problem with the world right now is that it doesn't, there's too many conflicting issues, and one side wants to stop and say, hey, wait, what's this, what's going on here, can we talk about it? And the other side wants to say, there's nothing to talk about, it's already it's already been settled, we can't talk about that anymore, we don't want to talk about that anymore. It's like, but wait, that's the problem we're going through right now. I don't even, how did I get off on that tangent? Holy smokes. Since the last Great Reset, that's what it was. But since the last Great Reset, we have been absolutely indoctrinated to think that it's all just a joke, that you can go off and live your life as terribly as you want to, that they've been trying to get people to believe that, science is king, that nothing but what they say is the truth. I just sneezed. That was awesome. But that if it's not part of the if it's not part of or didn't come from the authority, then it's just garbage information that nobody should be listening to begin with. That you're not supposed to question anything. That you know they have they have it all under control, and they know what's right and wrong, and that they have your best interest in heart whenever they try to tell you these things. And of course they don't. But trying to tell the normies that. Oh man, I don't know how many times I've come across it. You know, trying to explain to people that just because they say they've got your best interests in mind doesn't mean anything. It absolutely doesn't mean anything at all. I can say I've got your best interest in mind, right up until I stab you in the back. So, what do you do with that information? I mean, it's just crazy. It's just crazy. Sorry, I just snuck right into everybody's ears. Did it again. I need to blow my nose. Goodness. That's what the world wants. They want dead space, dead air, while they're listening to this so that I can blow my nose. It's about how it is. For I will not trust in my bow, neither shall my sword save me, but thou hast saved us from our enemies and hast put them to shame that hated us. Cannot trust in your bow, not trust in your sword, but it is the Father that saves us. And it is He who puts us through all of this because we have fallen away. Because He warned us. He warned everybody. If you fall away, I will take away this. I will take away that. Why He is a father. What fathers do. They don't want to do it out of spite. They don't want to do it because they want to hurt you. Even though there are some bad fathers out there that do that kind of stuff. But being a good father, he does that out of love. And he wants to do it for your own benefit. And just like a father would do, he says, if you do this, you're going to get grounded. If you do this, you're going to lose your playtime. If you want to act up this much, then I'm going to have to take away this. That's exactly what's happening right here. We have If we have forgotten the name of our God, or stretched out our hands to a strange God, shall not God search this out? For he knoweth the secrets of the heart. Yea, for thy sake are we killed all the day long. We are counted as sheep for the slaughter. Awake, why sleepest thou, O Lord? Rise, cast us not off forever. But it's that it's in the coming back to him. It's in the forsaking the things of this world, because this world is the true evil. What man has wrought, the beast of man. You like that one? The beast of man. It's what he has wrought. That's what the Father doesn't like. Somebody had said that. Um, I was got on that Twitterverse because I I do that, and I don't remember how it was started. Somebody was talking about the beast, you know, not following the beast, and somebody else had commented that the beast is computers and that AI is the Antichrist. And I mean, it's, you can go back and forth on what you think that stuff is all you want. There's a million different ways that a million different people look at it. And I'm not going to go in every single one of them. But by any reckoning that I have personally found, the beast is man. The beast is man, the fallen man that does not listen to God. Because the entire system of this world, that beast system, that 666, that's the thing that has been created, was created by man against God. You can go on with you can say that there was an element of, fallen angels and the Watchers giving us information and all that, and I can agree with that. I absolutely agree with that. They gave us information. But it's man who turns away from God. He doesn't want that. He wants us to come back to him. And it's by us turning away that we become part of the beast. Now, the Antichrist, I don't know exactly what that is. I mean, I've read it in a book and I understand that, the beast gives it power, and that it will be the thing that rules over. I mean, could the Antichrist be AI? Sure. I mean, it's made from the beast. Beast is man. The beast, man created computers. It's possible. I don't know. I don't think so. I mean, it falls into that category though because it is something made of man, not of God. But I don't know. That's a theological discussion for people that are far more wise than I am. I am definitely not perfect when it comes to stuff like that. But the beast, the number of his name, the image of the beast, everything. It's man. It's the man that refuses to follow God and tries to take power over this world even though it's not his to take. And that's gone back for, well, since the beginning, since the very beginning. That stuff gets deep. That rabbit hole gets deep. And like I said, I'm no expert on it. I just the things that I've seen, the signs that I've seen, the understanding that I have is that man is the beast. Everything made of man is, well, everything made of man is antichrist. Maybe that's it. I don't know. I don't know. A lot of people want to say, these are actual. A lot of people want to say that I've heard most people say. Let's put it that way. That Revelations was a very literal book, but I have to stop and say no. It can't be that literal. It's a dream. We've learned whenever. God, come on, give me the words here. We learned when Daniel was when he was telling, who was it? Oh, was it the king of Babylon at the time? Did they go into Babylon? That's what it was. But whenever he was interpreting dreams, that we learned that it's not literal. It's definitely not. It's definitely not a literal thing. There's not a literal statue that's going to be built that had, well, you never know at this point. But there's not a statue that's going to have like a golden head and a silver body and arms made of whatever, and, legs of iron and feet of iron clay. That's not, or the, what was the one dream with the one dream that they had with the what was it? It was about the drought. I can't remember what it was. Oh, it was Nebuchadnezzar. It was. Nebuchadnezzar was the king of Babylon. Of course. I'm looking through right now. I am actually I'm actually looking through to try to remember. That's what you got to do, Whenever you don't remember, you got to go through and you got to be able to see these things. But yeah, it's never a literal interpretation, and the revelation of John, it was a dream. John was asleep during all of that, so it's not like a literal thing. He was describing what he was seeing through the lens of a dream. I'll have to go through Revelation sometime again. It's been a long time. It's definitely been a long time. I'm definitely moving way off a target here. I'll have to I'll have to stop. I'm getting into stuff. Like I said, it was almost consistently Bible study for like 2 straight years there. Whenever I started working for this job that I'm working now, I would put on YouTube and just to listen to the Bible first. I haven't done that in a while, but I'd listen to the Bible and then I would find guys that would talk about it. And it was just, there was a plethora of information. And there might still be a lot of it left on YouTube. I don't know. But the algorithms back in 2019 and 2020 changed, and they just will not give me that stuff anymore. I have to physically go find it. Plus, like I said, every truther in the world just dropped what they were talking about and started talking about COVID. And it's sad because somewhere along the shuffle, we just I stopped I stopped being on that Bible study. I need to start getting back on that because I was learning so much. I really was, and I was on a different level. The memories that Facebook gives me of the just long rants that I used to have talking about different things back in 2018, 2019, especially 2019, early 2019. I was on it. I was absolutely on it. But just looking back at those, I was like, I was on a different level. That was a different level of understanding back then. And it just all changed. Everything just kind of changed. And it's so different now. I will try to get back to that. I would definitely try to get back to that because that was good stuff for me. I can tell you that right now. That was good stuff for me. Um, man, I've got to get this chair to go down. I'm just too high up. I am. My computer screens are not where they should be. I have to look down at my computer screens now. Like, I needed a new hydraulic for this chair though because the hydraulic gave out on it, and I found one on Amazon that was like $20. Supposedly, it's got 1,000 pound load on it, so it shouldn't break on me anytime soon. But it is high. I'm so high up right now. It's crazy. See what I can do to fix it. But thank you guys for listening to an old man ramble. Um, I can only hope that this helps somebody somewhere. I can only hope that I am not giving anyone false information. I can definitely say that I am not a prophet. I am not a. I am not someone that has come from any school of knowledge. I am just a guy that was woke up one day and I decided to start reading the Bible. That's all it is. I'm just talking about what I see, and I am letting God steer me however He wants to, because I have asked for wisdom and knowledge this whole time, and He has given it to me tenfold. And it got to a point where I said, "Okay, so now let me talk to people." So here we are. Anyways, thank you guys for coming around. God bless. Take care. Um, Today should be interesting. 5th of November. I mean, 11/3 was kind of a letdown. Nobody did anything. Of course, now it's what is it? We have until January 6th. The America has till January 6th for any business that has more than 100 people to get their injections. Yeah, we'll see how that holds up. And then I just heard that OSHA is even considering making that a mandatory thing for employers that have less than 100 people, which, if people don't want to fight it, you're going to get what you get, because everybody had their chance to fight the heck out of this, and a lot of people just kind of sat on their hands and did nothing. So we're here now. See where we are later. Other than that, I'm going to sit here in the cold because we still don't have a furnace. We're probably not going to have a furnace until the middle of next week, if we even get one then. So pray for heat, and that's all I can say. All right, I shall talk to everyone later. You guys take care.